Hello, everybody. This is the Fiery Joker, and today we are going to be continuing through Ravnica, the Living Maze. Joining me today are $150 patrons. Now, just a reminder that this campaign is open to everyone, just as long as, you know. Is someone playing? Is someone playing the thing over the mic? Cause I can hear it.
Yeah, that was me. I just muted it.
Okay.
And that's why you pre-mute.
So
I did pre-mute, but I just automatically did that.
So we had a very interesting session last time. Found a little Medusa girl. So. Who is blind.
Poor thing.
Yeah. Found her a good home, gave her a proper name. Then went over to the Rubblebelt and tried and found that the goblins were organized for the first time in their entire lives.
Yep.
And now to open up my notes to session 11.
All right. All right. Still need to. So, looking forward to anything specific in these next couple sessions?
Nothing really.
Yeah. I'm just looking forward to another night of gaming with you guys.
Looking forward to almost dying.
Same.
I mean, yes, but last night I had a bit of a revelation concerning the series, and
Oh, that.
What
Yep.
happened?
Oh, dear.
Josh, you're a dork.
What?
Lucient. And I can't believe I forgot her name again.
Artesia?
Artesia.
Yes.
Yeah, that's you and Armau.
I thought it was subtler. Apparently not.
Josh, I watched Dr. Wolf's channel too.
Can't believe you were right.
Wow. Okay. Well then.
Although, to be fair, you have made us a little paranoid from watching your other D&D sessions, so honestly, it had to happen sooner or later.
Well, it's I think it's gonna be interesting, but there are more people. It's like I've stuck like a lot of different NPCs in here who are based off of people that I know.
We've noticed.
Oh yeah, we've noticed thanks to Eliora.
Oh, yeah.
And I plan to continue doing so.
So we get to play Guess the Character.
This is just going to make it more fun, actually. Like a
Alright.
little Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, are we all...
Hey, where's Waldo of the Brony Analysis community?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready.
So, are we all ready?
Yep.
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 Yep. All right. So, we are heading to the war camp. It is evening. I need to figure out where I put y'all. Right there. is the Rubblebelt.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, you're all right here.
Oh, we're just going straight into it. Oh boy.
Well, you could. You're merely at. You can see the. It is evening, and you can see. You can see the place relatively clearly. There are a few torches off in the back, which I need to actually turn on. My bad. Alright, so, what are you going to do?
Oh. That's good.
I mean, going straight into it with the group that we have, I say it has pretty low chances of getting whatever we need to get done. Really low.
Yeah.
Also, didn't we agree to convince the Gruul to have them serve as a diversion?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we all were thinking.
That's you hear a voice. You hear a voice behind you, Gregor. Did someone say diversion?
Oh,
Oh,
hello.
Immediately, Artesia and Lucian whirl around, and they point their weapons at him.
No. Calm down.
user.
Gregor holds up a hand. He is an acquaintance of ours.
Lucian is eyeing him. You're sure we can trust him?
Well, he saved our life one time.
He looks at you. He saved your life.
Yeah.
Lucian puts his sword away and immediately strolls up with a happy smile on his face. Well then, friend of theirs is a friend of mine. The crow steps back. He was not expecting this. And then he goes and shakes Lucian's hand. Sir, you're holding a little tight. I know.
Okay then.
If you're trying to make a subtle threat, then you could be a bit more subtle around it.
Well, I'm sorry. We're Boros. We don't do subtle.
Yeah, that's true.
I turn to the crow. So, you believe you can provide a diversion and to take the security off our backs?
I don't believe. I know I can.
We were just about to head on over to the Gruul and have them do our dirty work, but to each their own.
Yes. So, he steps ahead and he starts scanning the area. Let's see. Here's that there's one there. I'll be right back. And he completely fades out of existence. Right in front of your eyes.
Okay, I need to learn how to do that, and probably with just the instant, not the fade.
All right. everyone roll perception checks.
Yep.
Time to be perceptive. The thing I'm not.
Ow. Ow.
Oh, frozen.
Oh,
Ow.
no.
Well then. Ghost, it's up to you.
I perceive I have really nice boots.
So you're looking. So you hear. So listening closely, you hear the crows very, very faint steps away from your party, and you hear very, very faint, because you're listening for it, hit a little flecks of wood, and you hear a
Oh.
and you see a body fall, being hurled from the tower all the way and landing in the ditch.
Convenient.
Well, Crow's busy with his distraction. Let's try to find our way in.
Yep.
And I guess it goes without saying, front door, worst option?
He's probably
No.
right.
Yeah.
How could it be? How
Alright.
could it possibly be the worst option?
All right. It's you look up and you see the crow holding another corpse on the wall, and then he's giving you a slice across the neck notion.
Yeah, it looks like that's our
Ooh.
interest.
Enough for me.
Then let's hurry up.
All right.
So, Gruul, where did you say the secret entrance was?
Secret entrance?
Oh, yeah, that would have been with my underground passage. Well, undersea passage. What check would it be to know where that is?
That would be an insight check to recall knowledge.
Okay.
All right. You don't quite remember where it is, but you do see the fact that the crow has pretty much let you in, and he's slowly but surely moving across the walls and taking care of some of the guards. You hear a whisper in your ears. Most of them are asleep, so don't make too much noise, and you won't die.
That's good.
Too much noise. Have you met me?
I was just gonna say, we got 3 people with heavy armor. I think.
Wearing heavy armor?
All right. As soon as you enter the gates, I'm gonna have to ask everyone to roll stealth checks.
Hold on a second. My roll 20 is reloading.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was setting up stuff. I finally got the thing working.
Oh, Garuda!
This is not gonna be good. Stealth check?
I
Stealth
have
check.
the subtlety of a sledgehammer.
Ha, that's not gonna help.
All right. Wow. Okay.
We still gotta wait for mind, I think.
still gotta wait for what?
I don't see mine's stealth check.
Yeah, it's still reloading.
Alright. We'll wait on that. Oh boy.
Okay.
Sorry,
Josh,
guys.
I'm gonna have to ask you about tweaking a spell of mine one of these days.
Alright, well, make sure you tell me, because I'm not gonna remember it for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the second nat one I've had on a stealth roll now.
Ouch.
Wow, it's like you picked a class that wasn't made for stealth.
No, I picked an armor type that doesn't allow for stealth.
My computer's been acting really weird recently.
Alright. So, just waiting on that stealth roll, and then we can continue.
I'm hoping this is a group stealth check.
If it is, then I think we're bold.
Not necessarily.
First pass without a trace when you need it. Yes, Game Watch, where indeed.
I'm gonna turn off the VTT enhancement because I think that might be causing the problem.
Alright. I love this music. I ripped it straight from MTG Arena.
Ah, nice.
Might as well use some of the official stuff if you can.
Yeah, I'm really sorry to everyone watching that I'm causing the hold up.
Yeah. I mean, I've been having internet issues myself, so it's understandable.
Well, it's not just the internet for me. My whole computer's been acting weird. I'm going to restart the computer real quick.
Oh dear, that's. Do you mind if I just roll for you?
Please.
All right. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm -1 on Dex.
Okay, so still better than Gongoroth.
Ow.
All right, so.
He's at disadvantage though, since he's wearing chainmail.
Yes, you are correct. Oh.
Pretty much everyone tries to be stealthy. Everyone turns to look at Gongoroth as he makes the loud noise. Oh!
Oh!
Yeah.
That's not helping.
That's you see the crow peek over the side. I said stealthy. You're lucky you're not inside yet.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Does anybody have quiet movement or quiet? Some cast spell that makes it quiet?
Nope. I mean, I've gotta go fast, but I've got nothing else.
I don't have anything that will quiet stuff unless you take your armor off.
Yeah, that's gonna be like 10-20 minutes just to take this stuff off. And if we get jumped, then I am screwed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Zone of Silence would be great right now.
Oh, there's a lot of spells that'd be great. Just we don't have them yet because we're level 3.
Well, an invisibility spell would work, or help at least.
All right. So you continue to walk. You walk through the gates, and it appears that everyone in the camp appears to be asleep. Aside from a few guards. So Josh is rolling for Gregor. Is that divine intervention? That's
All right, I'm back. Everything's working fine now.
all right. So yeah.
Think-
So yeah, someone just donated. So Josh is rolling for Gregor. Is that divine intervention? All right. So the crow. So as you walk in, you see the crow casually dispatching some of the guards up on the wall, and he looks to you. He peers over the side and says, You have 15 minutes. I saved you as best I can. So,
Oh, some is better than none.
I whisper up to him. We'll only need 10.
so it's
Mhm.
the crow continues walking along the walls. So, what are you going to do?
Well,
Yep. Although, I think I'm actually going to cast something here. I think there's something useful, especially if we're thinking about traps. This.
Detect magic. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. All right. You sense magic around your party members, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's concentration for 10 minutes, so it's going to be up for the next 10 minutes.
Yep.
I whisper to Sylvas, save that for the statuette.
It's probably better.
Do you even have an exact location on where this thing might be? Or is it just in the general area?
You're really quiet.
Sorry, I was trying to stage whisper there. Or, but, yeah, do you have an exact location on where this thing is, or just somewhere in here?
Well, if this place is guarded equally on all sides, I'm guessing it's in an inner sanctum within the center of the fortress. It's also likely where Calrex is going to keep his trap, so be vigilant.
Then,
Let's move.
Yep.
Right, so,
Yep.
you guys can move.
Nothing in this building.
So, you continue to walk around. And yes, you see some very tiny goblin huts with a huge pit filled with waste, rotting meat, and bones in the center.
Hmm. Yeah, this place is disgusting as usual. Ain't nothing new for goblins.
All right. You see a goblin on the wall point his finger at you, but before he can even utter a word, you see a dagger just like appear in his neck, and the crow materializing next to it. He gives you a thumbs up.
I return the thumbs up.
Alright. Power Beam 08. Joe, thank you for the $2. Any thoughts on Dunkirk and Sengoku Basara anime? No, actually. I don't think I know what either of those are.
Sengoku Basara sounds familiar, but not Dunkirk.
Isn't that like Dynasty Warriors but with samurai?
Dynasty Warriors is samurai.
No, that's Samurai
think.
Warriors.
Ah.
Dynasty Warriors is Chinese.
Yes. All right. So, as you come to the crossroads, you see a giant a giant, oddly well-constructed building in the center. It's Lucia looks to you guys and says, "Shot in the dark, but I don't think that was built by our goblin friends."
No.
Must be the inner sanctum. Sylvas, try your detect magic spell. Maybe the Satchwit is in here.
I've been holding on to the detect magic. I'm still concentrating on.
So yes, in this building you detect a significant amount of magic.
Oh, I've got a reading here.
Is it just one or more?
Good question.
All right, Artesia walks up and you see her hand beginning to glow a faint white. I am ready to use my powers of arresting.
Okay. Alright, I'm drawing my greatsword.
Yep, I'm drawing my crossbows.
Gregor ready's hold person.
Drawing a short sword.
I got my bow out. Feel long ranged today.
Now we just gotta find the entrance. So and I think it's right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. It is right there.
It's over here.
Hey, Sonata, you want to see if this thing might be trapped before we head in?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Perception check?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh. What school of magic did I detect?
Transmutation.
Transmutation. Might be a trap. Be ready.
All right.
Are you able to get an exact pinpoint on where this magical source is?
Okay. Let's just continue. How was that trap check?
Alright, so your trap check does not. You do not detect any traps within the immediate vicinity.
Oh.
The meme returns.
Yes, the meme returns.
That implies it never died.
Why here of all places?
Alright. Alright then. Is everyone ready to head in?
Let's go.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, so you head into the building and it doesn't seem, and strangely enough the door is unlocked.
We can expect.
And as you enter, there's this strange smell, like wet dog mixed with like a very slimy toad.
Ew.
Anyone know what smells like wet dog and slimy toad?
You're really quiet.
Does anyone know
He
what
said-
smells like wet dog and slimy toad?
Would that be a nature check? To find out
yes.
what that is?
Yes.
Could I roll as well?
Yes.
Alright, let's see. Let's go to the core so I can check my nature. 17.
You both are pretty sure that no natural creature smells like that.
How much you guys
No,
want
this
to bet?
could be fun.
Alright, so how much you guys want to bet that this might be that werewolf that was spotted?
Or no, Calrix is a Simic bard. Maybe it's a fusion.
Oh, God.
Or it could be reanimated.
Even worse.
Well,
Well, only way
nothing
to
to do.
think.
Let's bring it.
Yep, I am going to head inside.
Alright. So yes, you head inside and you see a bunch of animals in cages.
Am I allowed to move
Ooh.
my token inside, or is this another map?
It's notional. I don't have the map for this.
Alright,
Alright.
Okay.
huh.
Bunch of cages.
And
There's-
animals. Huh.
That explains the transportation.
Yeah. Do you guys think that we can make a big distraction letting these things loose?
Ooh.
We could, although our crow ally has been pretty helpful so far at keeping things quiet for us.
Yeah.
This is a backup plan.
Alright,
Okay.
then.
I can handle it with a backup plan.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, so we'll just leave this as it is and continue looking then.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh,
Alright,
yes.
then I will close the door behind us then as we leave.
All right, so you leave the building. What else are you going to do?
Keep looking around the camp
All right.
and probably head off to wherever Gregor's going.
Around. We're leaving people behind. Oh, there we go.
All right.
Let's head down this way.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I think there might be something down here.
Oop, too far.
There we go.
Just more grave sites. Really welcoming.
You pass by this street, and a couple of these dwellings look a little more well constructed.
Huh.
Hey, Sylvas, you sense any magic in any of these buildings?
I don't know, God, do I?
That's a hard no. On me both
Nope.
being God and
Must
Well, in
be
any
very-
case, this is probably a way out, so what if we tried looking to the left?
Mm.
I'm
I I mean, if we head down here any further, we might. The goblins might catch on that some of their teammates are dead and raise the alarm.
Yeah.
Which is why I thought about releasing the hounds. So it looked like the hounds got loose and were killing all the goblins. But we left
Well,
it to a plan B.
Well, that should be a last-ditch option for when the alarm actually is raised, so we'll at least have a way to get out.
Yeah.
And let's hurry then.
Yep.
Back the way we came. Yep. Okay. Okay, Gregor, you're flying. Whee!
I've never seen a heavy-set man fly before.
This looks like the way back to the entrance. Just a hunch.
Guys,
Might be okay.
This might be a stupid idea, but
What?
well, we're getting nowhere fast. Just checking individual paths. What if we split up?
That
I mean, we do have enough people here to split up with, to have at least one tanky person to be with.
will maybe roll an investigation check to see if we can find anything.
Investigation. So, what are you trying to do?
We're pretty much finding buildings that are different from the camps, the tents that the goblins are in.
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah, that would be an investigation.
Alright.
Nope.
All right. So your So, Gregor, you're looking at these well-constructed buildings. You're looking at these shoddy buildings. Wherever these better buildings are, they're built for people higher in the hierarchy.
So we probably were going the right way earlier. Let's just head down that way. Okay then.
Yeah.
I need to hit refresh because my thing is really slow. All right.
No trippy walking through.
Mm-hmm.
Loading.
Goblin on the wall.
Alright. Appears that that's not working, so just going to hit refresh. Come on, baby, work
no.
with me. Don't know why that's working. Alright.
Now we're back to seeing little huts again. Whoops.
Well, that just leads to another exit.
You know, I'm feeling really stupid. We never really checked all that much in that house in the center.
Oh, we saw the cages.
Yeah, but we never bothered to see if there was like a cellar door or anything like that.
Yeah.
You're right.
And this way leads out to an exit anyway, so let's just
Oops. About that.
We are. E.
Those are glowing.
Wait,
I speak with Lucian and Artesia. Have you investigated more of the house? What's in the center there?
No, we have not. We're kind of following your lead on this.
There might be a hidden door in there. It's some place we haven't checked yet.
Well, let's go check it out then.
yeah.
All right, so you go back inside and you see the animals. What are you going to do?
We're going to check for a secret door
All
or
right, roll
anything out of the ordinary.
All right, everyone, roll perception.
First, you can.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, oh.
Wow.
What? Again? Come on!
Oof.
Apparently,
The BS is back.
apparently, my shoes are just that beautiful today.
All right, so.
Oh no.
All right, so. In order. As you're all searching, Gongoroth, you open a cupboard and you smell some very, very weird herbs. Gregor, you accidentally bump into one of the cages, and then one of the creatures inside starts yapping. Same thing happens. Same things happens with Arwen.
Uh,
Oh no.
can I try to calm him down with animal handling?
Robert Wilson, $2. I saw my baby crying hard as babe could cry. Oh boy. So, also Sylvas, you do in fact see a you do in fact see a small cellar door.
Looks like we found it.
But before
There's a
that happens, something unfortunate happens because of your 2 nat ones.
Yeah.
There's a small rumbling underneath the ground. Suddenly, a giant creature bursts out from the ground, and immediately your nostrils are just assaulted with the smell that you smelled earlier.
What's the smell?
This giant frog creature, also covered in hair, rushes out.
Oh, that's lovely.
Alright, gonna remove the dynamic lighting so you guys can actually see what's going on.
Okay.
So, and it looks very, very pissed off. Gonna have to ask everybody to roll initiative if that's not too much trouble.
No, it's not. Sylvas was cut off guard. Well, there's another nat 20.
And I forgot to select my token.
Oh, same here. Oops. I'll just edit. I'll just roll again and edit the. Oh,
Alright.
yep. Good thing I did. Editing for 10. There. Go.
Alright.
Oh, I guess I have to enter, don't I? Yep.
Okay, I need to mass roll these guys' initiative.
Oh.
Heard this.
Uh-oh.
I've heard this music somewhere before.
Yeah, it's Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy VI.
Ah,
Yeah, we're going back to Final Fantasy 6 again.
Okay,
You
so
played it. You played it.
okay, so everyone's in. Is everyone in the turn order or no?
1, 2, 3, 5. We're missing Sonata.
I haven't been put in yet.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you guys can add your own. You guys can add your own
Yeah.
initiatives.
Sonata with a nat 20 with a 22.
How do you do that again?
Yeah, you just click on the 0 and
Yeah,
Anna Mandala, $2. Will this frog try to eat Gregor? Place your bets.
Here we go again!
Oh, great. We're going to be reenacting Colonel Suba.
Your faith in me is truly inspirational.
Alright, so the battle begins with Sonata. What you gonna do?
oh, I'm gonna shoot her with my crossbows.
Double crossbow. Oh, then.
Alright. Double.
We have 50 gold on the frog eating me.
Well, both of those hit for a nice 11 damage. All right. Is that all you're gonna do?
Yeah, I'm also just going to move back here.
All right, Arwen, your turn.
Alright, I'm going to stay right where I am, and I'm just going to plant my feet and shoot with the longbow.
All right. Oh,
Oh.
snap!
Criticola!
Thank you. Thank you for giving me 2 crit fails and then an actual good one.
So, you plant your feet. Knock your arrow back and let the arrow fly. Yeah, really good hit to the chest for a nice 13 damage. All right, so lovely.
Is this encounter gonna be like glass sessions where it's just gonna be like 8 nat?
All right,
Don't say anything.
Lucian's
Yeah,
turn.
yeah.
First thing he's going to do. Oh, whoops.
Guiding bolt.
Yep, guiding bolt, and that is a 4d6 that I should probably roll.
Okay. Well, that's
Yes, he stretches forth his hand, and you see the Boros insignia on his hand flare a little bit before blasting the thing forward 14. All right. All right. Robert
Yep,
Wilson,
some-
$2. This battle needs nacho cheese fondue elemental.
oh great.
All right.
Yeah, we got pretty. On this turn, since starts are light weapons, can I throw 2 of them in a turn?
Can you throw 2 of your weapons in a turn? Do you have extra attack?
2 darts.
Do you have extra attack?
No.
Then no.
But because darts are light weapons, that's why I'm asking.
No.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm staying back here. What's gonna be a good thing? Yeah, I'm just gonna throw a dart.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh!
What the hey? Where did all these rolls come from?
I don't know, but I'll take it.
Yeah. You're looking at your tiny dart and you just aim and kind of give a Hail Mary, poke it right in the eye.
And guess what? That was supposed to be an advantage. I don't need it.
Okay, this is kind of ridiculous. But it is now the
Yeah.
Crassus' turn. He is going to attack Gregor because he's right in front of him. That hurt.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
So, and that is a... Ooh,
What?
Oh.
yeah, hang on. The first one hits, the second one does not. So he takes 19 plus 4 damage.
Oh,
So I go down.
Yeah. And yeah, you're down. So yeah, you're down.
dang. So this thing's
Oh.
got reach.
Well, that's another one for the own counter.
Yep, let me fix that.
Ding.
Ping!
All right, but if that's the case, then Gongoroth, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to... Yeah, I'm just going to run around over here, and then I'm going to take a swing. Where's... There you are.
Nice.
That is a lovely hit. Yeah,
And-
for 11 damage. You gonna smite him? Oh right, you're a fighter. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just usually people who pick Boros pick paladins.
Well, that will do it for me.
Okay, so 75. All right, Artesia sees Gregor go down. All right, where is that? She is going to... She is going to move right up. She is going to move right behind you. Cast Healing Word and Cure Wounds.
Ooh.
Huh.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. That's 18.
So,
That's 18.
Yes. Anima Mandala, $2. Yikes, I thought I was kidding. Nope.
18, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so, oh yeah. Are you back up to max? Oh yeah.
Just one short.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's scary.
Well, that's Artesia's turn. Gregor, you wake up. So, yes, you are no longer in crippling pain.
So I'm gonna move right behind Artesian. And I'm going to channel Shield of Faith on Gongoroth.
Alright.
No! No!
Shield of Faith. Okay, Gongoroth, your AC is +2.
Also, he gets an extra attack.
Yes.
Say what?
Yeah.
What? It's his ability as an Order Cleric. Orders demand.
Oh.
So yes, he's going to use his channel to or no, it's not Orders demand.
Voice of Authority.
Yeah, Voice of Authority. That's.
Alrighty then. Here comes another one.
Here comes the thunder.
Yikes!
Oh, that max damage.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, max damage. Dude, you guys are kicking this thing's butt.
You made a cross with your sword slashes.
We've learned to synergize.
All right. Well, I wouldn't get too comfortable, guys, because the crow is entering the battlefield, and he immediately he shouts to all of you. Everyone is awake.
Oh no!
So,
I think we disrupt them enough of going on. Let's just move.
1 minute. I need to move these guys to token layer. There's a lot of guys I need to token layer.
We haven't found the relic yet.
Come on. There's a lot of guys that you have woken up.
Oh yeah, I went down.
Come on. Be fast. Great. Need to mass roll this initiative.
Oh, this is gonna be scary to watch.
Oh,
Oh!
Okay.
We have done goofed!
You think?
11,
gosh.
12, 13, 14, 15,
35.
16, 18, 19. Okay!
Alright, so.
Everyone is here!
Sonata, your turn.
Well, yeah, I say we run.
Yep, we
Wait,
caused
who's down
enough
the
of a diversion. We run.
Wait, hold on. Who's down the roof?
Alright.
Well, that didn't.
You see some sort. You see some sort of figure standing next to the Crassus. All right. So, Sonata, what are you doing?
Anyway, which way we run?
The right exit.
North.
North. Which is it?
Say north.
You're gonna try and run
Yep.
out to the north?
Yep.
So I'm assuming you guys are just gonna try and flee the best you can?
Yeah, I mean, there's this giant thing, and then the 35 goblins that we just happened to wake up.
What does this figure look like?
Some
This,
sort of
chick.
you do see a Selesnya symbol emblazoned on their forehead.
Oh, help! There's not gonna be much help.
Yeah, the person on the top doesn't seem to be very enthused to see you.
Oh,
Oh boy.
not good.
So you're all just going to run?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, it's a numbers game here. We
Alright.
are clearly now outnumbered.
Okay, so you're all going to disengage, I'm assuming. All right. So I'm gonna level with you. There's like 50 guys in here.
Oh.
So I'm just going to roll some dice and determine like how bad it gets. All right. Because I was prepared in case you guys, woke up the whole place.
Yeah.
That sounds like an inevitability.
All right.
So either. Yeah.
All right. So.
Cutscene time.
So, you continue to run outside of the outside of the camp filled with all these goblins. And where is it? It's just here. right. All right. So, going to clear all this. So yes, your attempt to flee. No creature. And all right, I'm gonna roll something to see if this happens. Oh my gosh, nat 20.
Uh-oh.
No, this is good
Oh
for
boy.
you.
Oh,
Wait, it's good?
Oh.
Yes. All right. So, you hear a trumpet call, and then all of a sudden you hear another trumpet, and then another trumpet, and all of a sudden you just hear like this wave of horn sounds just overwhelming you. And Arwen, you know what this is.
oh no.
The Gruul are here!
Oh boy.
The Gruul are here, and you feel the ground rumble, and then stop, and then rumble, and then stop. You felt this presence before, Arwen.
Yeah.
As you turn, you see a part of the building next to you just smash away, and you're staring, all of you, right at the face of Borborigmos.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh! We get to meet someone big here.
He looks at
Literally.
you. He looks at you and says, "Where? Why noise?"
Well, you see, the goblins were trespassing. You were trying to clean it up without you guys noticing, but you apparently noticed.
He
Apparently you're
roll
already here.
roll persuasion.
Oh, goody.
I will be right back.
oh boy.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
You're lucky his wisdom modifier is at a negative because I just rolled an 8.
Oh, thank you.
He's looking at you and he sees the goblins and says, and then you just see him get a smirk. Actually, you kind of should have rolled that with advantage because, you know, Gruul.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to, or
Yeah.
so just roll again?
Yeah, roll again.
Oof.
Wow. Okay, so he looks over and he sees those goblins all these goblins and hobgoblins chasing you, and a Crassus. He's like, "Huh. You don't look Simic." He looks at the Crassus. "That looks more fun. Not Gruul, then die!" He immediately just runs over and starts bashing the Crassus.
Yeah. That's the guild leader. Or somebody really high up.
All right, you see Artesia looking at that and says, "Okay, if he says not Gruul then die, then we're probably next. Let's go."
Wait. This is the perfect opportunity to grab the talisman. To grab the statuette.
Oh, yeah.
This is our diversion.
So it worked.
All right,
We're charging.
1 minute. Need to delete a lot of stuff. All right, so you're gonna head back in?
Boy.
I mean, I guess that's what they decided. I just got back, sorry.
Okay, so everyone's just running back in.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Charge! Retreat! Charge!
Wait, here's the thing. we were tasked with a mission to find somebody, and apparently sources led to here.
All right, so you head back you head back into the camp. And yeah, you see that it is empty, and Borborig, and a lot of them are still funneling out to meet Borborigmos. So, what happens is you guys sneak around, guided by the crow, and you head back into the building. So, you only have a limited amount of time. So I'm only going to allow one perception check from all of you.
To find the cellar again? Yep.
Yep.
All right. So, Gongoroth, you go and swipe the herbs that you saw previously, and Gregor, you see the cellar again. Well, so you see the cellar that Sylvas previously saw.
Oh, it was over there. Sorry.
Yes.
I go over and try to lift the door open.
All right. You lift it open, and yes, there are stairs leading downwards.
I motion everyone to follow me, and I head on down.
All right.
Yep. Following.
Yep.
You want me to add a handful of unknown herbs into
Yes.
my equipment?
All right. You head down and the tunnel is extensive. It appears to lead into the Undercity.
Oh.
Alright,
Well.
so this definitely. And how far does this thing go?
It keeps going down further. It keeps going down further and further until you actually reach a very until you reach an unfamiliar sewer area.
Oh, fun.
So what do you do?
Are there any footprints on the ground?
That's going to be a survival check. You don't see any footprints.
Frozen Ghost. How about you?
Yep. I'm rolling. Nope. That's better.
Oh, not again.
You do not detect any tracks within the immediate vicinity.
Boo!
This is the third one I've had.
Yeah, you guys are getting a lot of very extreme rolls today.
Thanks. Should the rest of us just try or no?
What if I made a history check to see what part of the Undercity this is?
Sure. Oh my.
Oh wow. There we go.
Gregor is very well read.
So yes, you're looking around at this particular part of the Undercity, and yes, it used to be Boros territory before it got built over and promptly destroyed by Gruul.
Huh.
Okay.
Fine craftsmanship.
Would Lucian and I know anything about this area then?
You'd recognize some of the architecture, but that's about it. You wouldn't know how to navigate or anything.
Uh-uh.
Well, I guess we just push onwards then.
All right, let's see if you guys run into anything.
Actually, I call up my spirit companion, Stitches. Scout ahead. Report back if you see anything. If you see anything, if you see anything suspicious.
Yes. All right, so Stitches leaves for a little bit, and the crow takes a second to just let out a breath. Well, that could have gone better.
Well, we did want to go with the Gruul initially.
Convenient that turned out that way.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, the Rubblebelt's kind of their territory. They will never let anything slide if something's not Gruul in there.
Who caught eyes on the Selesnyan?
I think we all saw the Selesnyan.
You wouldn't happen to know her, would you?
Do I roll anything to find out?
Yeah, that would be a history check.
History. Hope for something good. No.
Nope.
I don't know her.
Stitches returns, and he tells you that there's something glowing in one of the rooms.
It might be the statuette. But just in case, Sylvas, cast detect magic.
I don't have much spell slots left. I was doing that because I had extra. Does anyone else? Well, actually, yeah, I should.
All right, so
Ow.
you cast detect magic, and yes, you do detect a faint aura of transmutation, but it's fading very fast.
It's fading fast. It might be moving away.
Yeah, we must hurry.
All right.
Yep.
All right, so you try to head closer to the source of the magic. And you step into a room where you do find the statuette, but it's broken in half.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
My
That's
Lady
not good.
Pontiff is not going to be happy about this.
Nope.
How big is the statuette?
It's not very big. It's like a foot in diameter.
Oh, so it's just a pretty much glorified paperweight.
Whoops. I accidentally put 2 Gongoroths instead of a Gongoroth and a Lucient.
Solution.
Yeah. All right. So.
I didn't know I had a twin brother.
Lucian's your twin.
All right. So. So Lucian walks up to the statue and says, "I'm assuming that's what we needed."
Yep.
Yes.
Well, crap.
What I wouldn't give for a mini spell.
Sylvas, how quickly is the power fading?
You detect
Good question.
It's fading very, very quickly. If you're
Very
going
quickly.
to attempt some sort of repair, you're going to need to do it fast.
Well, I don't have a mending spell. Is there any kind of skill check I can make?
Give me 1 second.
Does anyone here have a mending spell?
Artesia walks up and says, "I do." All right, so she mends it back. She mends it back together, but still, Sylvas, when as you're still concentrating on your detect magic, and a lot of the magic that was stored within this thing has faded away. It's still there, but it's very, very faint.
But it's stabilized.
Yes.
It looks like that did it, but a lot of the magic has faded away.
Whatever Cleric wanted with this, he must have gone as much power as he could before destroying it, knowing we'd be coming after it.
Not surprised. In fact, we probably alerted him, and he probably had someone destroy it.
In any case, my Lady Pontiff is still not going to be happy with this.
No.
Well, I'm more curious why they only left half here. If they want to destroy it, why not just destroy the entire thing and not just snap it in half like this? And then, with that being asked, where's the other half?
It's fixed together. He just broke it in half. It was just lying in half.
Oh, okay, so it was two halves side by
Yes.
side.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
what the mending was for.
Alright.
Anyway, Gregor carefully he scoops up the statuette and puts it in his satchel.
Alright.
So we just gotta keep going.
It's Lucian. So Lucian just kind of scratches the back of his head. Well, what's up? What's your guys' next move?
I take this back to Orzhov and we figure out where to go from there. Artesia, I'm going to need you to escort me to Orzhov. I am not confident in walking around Precincts 4 with this in my bag. Like by myself.
That's a fair request. All right. Lucian shrugs. All right, stay safe. All right, stay safe, Artesia. I'm gonna go report back to the Boros. So he puts his hand on Gongoroth. So you don't have to.
Now, actually, I think I'm going to head with the Gregor as well. Make sure that we actually get this thing to where it needs to go before I report in myself.
All right.
It'd be a real shame if we went to report a success when it got lost in transit.
I'm going. He looks at all. The crow looks at all of you, but with a very half-lidded glare. You know, I think I'm going to go to the library. See what I can't find out. See if that statuette looks like anything.
A dragon, for one thing.
He peeks back in. You know, Niv Mizzet isn't the only dragon that's existed. And then he leaves.
Okay, so head back.
All right, so heading out. Where is it?
Yeah. Sylvas is now just concerned about that Selesnya he saw.
All right. So you enter the street. You enter the streets of Precinct 4, and it's still night out despite the artwork. And y'all look y'all look a little tired.
Okay. So, do we split up here? Some of us go to the Enclave to rest up while you guys go bring that to the Orzhov? Or do we all go to the Orzhov?
I would probably go back to the sun to wherever we need to sleep. I need sleep.
You're all gonna go.
Way too tired.
So you're all gonna go back to the Selesnya Enclave. All right.
I am.
May as well. But before we do that, I'd just like to take a quick break first.
Okay. taking a, so we're all gonna, well, we have been playing for about an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to take a quick break. So I'm gonna go refill my water.
Yep. And I'll be right back as well.
Yeah, same here.
Let's see, Robert Wilson. Oof. Well, that's not something to be proud of.
All right, so who all is not here?
Not here.
I'm just floating around. Just doing typical ghostly things.
Also looks like Robert Wilson donated $5.
Oh, now that we have Robert Wilson, $5. Now that we have a break, Josh, do you have any opinions on EA's Pride and Accomplishment Reddit making the Guinness World Records for most downvotes? Just
I didn't even know that was a category.
I'm just wondering when they'll. I'm just wondering when they'll learn.
Yeah, probably never. And as long as they're making money through all their sports games that they keep on selling out that usually end up on the 99-cent shelf. This is going to be like this until people stop buying those games.
Or till the end of time.
Yeah, that too.
All right. How's everyone?
Here.
Yep.
Just eating some fried lice.
And I'm about to cast a familiar spell.
I
Back me up in the gold one with the boys.
Yep, cast Kraken Cold Moon up in the boys.
Okay. Make that too.
Oh, we got some. Oh, we got some wizards in here. Okay.
I cast magic, so
It's actually more summoners.
Speaking of wizards, Josh.
Yep.
Have you ever DM'd or been part of a game that featured a conjurer, an illusionist, and a necromancer all in the same party?
No, I have not. It's always been like one or the other.
Because I've honestly been wondering how such a dynamic would play out.
Well,
I thought this.
it would depend. Because you could probably make a lot of fun out of the illusion. Like the illusionist being a sneaky mischievous, or the necromancer being, like the evil dark person, or it's like one thing I wanted to try is having a necromancer who's casting all his spells, but he doesn't know any better.
Oh,
That'd be kind of funny.
Billy, what are you doing?
I just
Dad.
It's
I
like,
have
this
no
is-
idea.
It's like he raises a skeleton. It's like, this is Jimmy.
This
wanted
is
a
my
friend.
imaginary friend. Ah!
He always comes when I speak the words.
Oh my gosh, the necromancer is a kid.
Oh,
Dang, that would make so much sense.
Yeah, the reason I'm asking is because with a conjurer, you have someone who can pull things out of thin air, whereas with an illusionist, he makes it look like he's pulling something out of thin air. I was just wondering how they would, interact with those kinds of powers. I just thought it's an interesting concept.
I actually thought it was the beginning of some sort of joke.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So, conjurer,
imagine a
a
tavern scene.
necromancer, and an illusionist walk into a bar.
Exactly.
and then it just appears.
The conjurer conjures up a drink, the illusionist conjures up an illusion drink, and the necromancer just has a Bloody Mary.
Or just have the bartender go like, a necromancer, an illusionist, and the necromancer walk into my bar. Sounds like the beginning of a bad joke.
Right. So. Alright. I think we can restart this. So. So, you all wake up very, very groggy and a little bit grumpy from, Whoa, that's a lot of typing.
Sorry.
Very, very groggy and grumpy from your rather slightly fruitless night. And you are awoken today woken today not to the sounds of left right Leo.
That sounds trumpet.
Something's not right.
Yeah.
One of the Selesnyans walking is like, oh no, that's normal. It's not every day of the week. One day, you just happen to catch them on the day that they took a break.
Oh,
By the way, how is Tara doing?
Tara's doing all right. She's It appears that she doesn't quite know how to function without her eyes. I mean, her sense of hearing is great, but she's still learning how to navigate. You see her pull out a staff from between her robes. I was thinking something like this might help.
That's
Start.
Yeah.
But the problem is that as much as I want to house her, I don't think we have enough resources to have her live here. She needs to live somewhere else.
Yeah, that.
Well, we didn't expect her to just dump her on you guys permanently.
No, that's why I wanted you to try and reach out to Aaron. We ran into someone last night. Apparently, the place we were trying to get an artifact from. Apparently, there was a Selesnyan involved. I didn't catch who it was because I didn't know them, but did I at least get a good look at the person? Or I guess we were probably just running too fast.
Roll insight.
Oh, fun! Oh, thank God.
Ow. All right, so you describe the person as long, frizzy orange hair. And sort of tall and female. And
Oh, Miss.
Huh? What?
Miss Frizzle.
All right, so Eltad, she looks down. The description sounds familiar. I guess I could put it in. But unfortunately, all foster homes are currently taken. And she looks over her shoulder, and then she whispers to you, "Listen, I have no business asking this of you, but I don't want to throw her out on the street. Could one of you possibly take her in?"
I actually talked with my captain about her, and if we have to, we will. But honestly, we feel a little uncomfortable having a child of her age being enlisted into the force.
Of course.
I could take her in. I'm the one who helped heal her during the attack.
Yeah, and plus I'd say out of all of us, you have the strongest relationship with her.
Yes, but would the Orzhov be the best place?
It's not a question of if it's the best place, but if it's just a good place.
If it's good enough.
I would say, ideally, not quite. But it's better than nothing. We do have facility. He's for training people like her. With some assistance, we may help her adjust into life above ground.
Oh, it's better than. Well, I think it's just safe to say every guild has its own pros and cons here. Whether it's just somehow making children soldiers or using them for peddling.
No, Golgari's probably the worst. They most likely will have just killed her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
So, Eltad looks you up and down. So you're sure you're okay with this responsibility?
If I wasn't, I wouldn't have saved her now, would I?
Good. And she takes your hand and then just looks you directly in the eye. Because if I find out something bad's happened to her, she's a very sweet girl. And then she doesn't even finish. She doesn't finish her sentence and just lets the sentence hang.
She'll be under the protection of not only me, but the knights and pontiffs above me. She will have a wide range of protectors around her.
Then Eltad looks to all of you, and I assume all of you will also be protecting her as well.
Of course.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep.
All right. Very well. As soon as she wakes up, I suppose you could bring her with you.
Yep.
All right. Anyways, I believe it's time we all had some breakfast, and let's eat it before it gets cold. She's not awake. She's not awake yet because she just sits down and kind of rubs her forehead. She had a bit of a rough night.
oh, what happened? Was it just a bad dream?
Bad bad dream and had to stay with her the entire night. Lots of screaming, and she also pulls up her sleeve a little. 1 or 2 scratches.
Ooh.
Anyways, not to bring down the mood, let's eat. So you all continue to eat, and for about an hour, then then you hear some very, very light steps echoing from down the room, and you see a very, very sleepy Medusa child just rubbing her eyes and wearing not exactly a nice robe, but it's serviceable.
Yeah.
The food
Good morning,
smells
little one.
good.
It is good.
She perks up. Oh, you're all here. You see her just kind of slowly kind of reach out for the table, and then she just grabs it, and she's like pouring around for some food.
I nudged some food in her grabbing range.
All right, she hears you do
I
that.
also bring over a seat for her to sit on.
All right, she sits down and she hears all this. So she sits down and she just starts grabbing and munching on the food. So did it go all right?
It was a mess, but it went all right in the end.
More or less.
I pretty much go and retell the entire story while also kind of glorifying my own character.
Hey, at least we made it out alive.
So what next?
That is something we've wanted to talk to you about.
What?
The caretaker here says that she might not have the means to support you for very long. So I decided to take you in with me as my personal ward.
You see her just kind of stop eating, and she gives like this very quiet gasp. Is your house nice?
Oh, it is amazing, and it is posh, and looks nice. There's nice people too.
All right, you see her kind of just like feel around the table, just kind of moving around, and then she reaches for Gregor's robes, and then she's like very gently just kind of pulling him into a hug.
Oh.
Somebody make some fan art already.
Well,
Gregor returns the hug, albeit somewhat stunned and a bit uncomfortable with the prospect.
Yeah, just like pat.
Oh, somebody's growing a heart.
You know, this might actually be really good in the end for you.
In any case, I believe it's time that Gongoroth and our teacher and I headed off to Orzhov to complete our task.
Indeed. So, she stands up. Shall we be off?
Yep, I'm ready.
So,
I'm good to go.
Oh, one more thing, Tiara.
Yes?
It just occurred to me that you don't have a surname, and it might be a bit awkward to just keep calling you Tiara. especially in formal situations. How does the full name Terra Obscura sound to you?
She looks down. I like it.
I thought you might. Then he turns to leave.
All right, so you all head out, and you see Terra kind of, she's kind of clinging onto Gregor's robes in order to not lose him. But you notice that there's a little bit of a pep in her step. All right. All right. You head back to. As you head back to Precinct 1, Artesia looks at you, Gregor. There's going to be a lot of paperwork involved. You're going to have to buy her a birth certificate, put her name and address on where you live. Going to have to sign some formal adoption papers. There's probably going to be an inspector that's going to come with you every week to determine if you're fit to be a guardian.
Those are mere trivialities. The actual the actual difficult matter is convincing Pontiff Iberg to have me take her under my care.
I hear that the Orzhov tend to gossip a lot. This one is not going to bother you?
Not if I can convince them that it is worth their while. There's nothing unconditional here in the Syndicate.
She kind of rolls her eyes. Oh, and here I thought you were doing something altruistic for once.
Yes, but I'm also being practical about it.
All right. Would you like me to get you started on the paperwork? There's an Azorius office around here that I'm sure I can get things started for you.
The sooner the better.
All right. Remind me again what else you needed me here for.
I needed to return the statuette to Pontiff Iberg.
Oh yes, I need to close that particular case. All right. So, you head over into Orzhov. You pass through the very extravagant gates, and they see you standing next to a small Gorgon child and an Azorius arrestor. And you're getting a lot of weird looks. You quickly stroll up because the stairs are making you a little uncomfortable. You don't lose face, but you do pick up pace. And you head over to Iberg's office.
I'm going to ask you to stay outside. This is between me and my Lady Pontiff.
Does that include... Artesia looks at you. Does that include me?
I did say both of you.
Hey, don't forget I'm here too, dude.
Right. You three then.
All right. So, Artesia, Gongoroth, and Terra sit outside. You enter Iberg's office. She looks up at you, and you see a small smile crack on her face. I hope you've brought good news.
Yes, but not without a hint of bitterness. I produced the statuette from my robes. We managed to retrieve the statuette, but unfortunately, its magic has been drained.
She looks at it. It had magic?
Quite powerful magic. Transmutation, if I'm not mistaken.
She leans back a little bit. That's unusual. I didn't think it had magic. She holds her hand out for the statuette. She holds her hand out for the statuette.
Oh, I point to her hands.
Alright. She takes it and starts inspecting it. Interesting. You see her hand begin to glow as she starts, like, moving it up and down the statue. I see. Very interesting.
Anyway, this matter with the statuette confirms a suspicion I've been having.
And what is that?
Between Cleric's infiltrating Orzhova, the Skywell attack, and now the recent theft, one thing is clear. There is a mole within our ranks.
Something to talk about. She starts putting out. She pulls out 2 pieces of paper. I have 2 letters I need to send. One to my higher-ups, and one to my contact at the Izzet. Don't mind that second one, it's just a hunch.
I understand my motive. There is another matter I wish to speak to you about.
Yes?
During our travels, we found a young Gorgon girl.
And you're not dead?
Well, that is the thing. She's blind. However,
she leans back and snorts. Well, define irony.
Indeed. But she's been living the past 10 years on her own, and in that time has gained considerable survival skills. She has nowhere else to go. I wish to ask for your blessing to keep her as my ward. And in time, that we train her and so she may be of use to the Syndicate. Perhaps among the enforcers or even as a euthanist.
It doesn't seem like an unfair request, but we are not a charity. We are not Selesnya. So, all funds will have to come out of your own pocket in order to feed, clothe, and shelter her.
I understand.
And if you wish to continue your current salary, that means you are going to have to work double time, because I'm not going to give you any bonuses just because you have someone new in your household.
Understood. She will be worth our while. I can see something in her. And besides, nothing but there's no debt quite like a life debt.
Oh, you saved her life. Interesting. I'm sure if you get her those special clothes, the ones that indicate life debt, I'm sure you won't have as much trouble with the gossip. And the good news is that she's blind. She won't even know that they exist.
Understood.
All right. Well, thank you very much for returning this to me. I'm going to write a glowing review for you. Ta-ta. You know that Iberg was referring to robes that indicated slaves.
Hmm.
So, is that something So this is me, the DM, asking your character. Is that something your character is comfortable with? We shall see. Oh, I know you're uncomfortable with it, but is your character? All right, so you exit, an unreadable expression on your face. Tara looks up at you. So, what did she say?
She says you will find a home here. I'll make sure that you are completely safe within our walls.
Yay! Artesia looks at you. It's like, and then she just shakes her head and looks away. You can tell that she knows that that's not the whole story, but she's not prying.
So, right before, I head out of Orzhov and head back to my apartment real quick. Do a few things.
All right, heading back to the apartment. All right. So, you enter your house, and your butler comes up to you. Oh, it's good to see you again, sir. You've been gone for such a long time. Why is that with you?
That is my new ward, Tertullian. And before you ask,
Tara hugs your leg a little more. That man sounds funny.
Tara, this is Tertullian, my butler.
I don't like him.
You will in time. Tertullian, may I have a moment of your time real quick?
Yes, sir.
So, I walk with him to my study.
Yes, sir. What is it?
Tara has a life debt to me.
Oh, so should I get
Yes.
that? Should I get the debt robes out?
Later. First, listen very carefully. I recently got Pontiff Ibert's blessing to have her as my ward. And because of the life debt situation, I want to know everything about where she is going to and who is going to be looking out for her. I want them screened carefully.
All right. Is that all?
One other thing. I want you to write a letter to my blockhead of a brother, Alexander.
Oh. What else? What do you want me to say?
Tell him that I wish to have a meeting with him within the next weekend. There is an issue of security that we must discuss.
All right. I shall let him know as soon as possible. All right. You both exit the study, and you see that Tara's just kind of slightly bouncing on the couch and just giggling. This is soft.
Gregor smiles at this, but at the same time, but soon frowns, knowing that she is going to have quite the life ahead of her.
All right.
And starts thinking back to his own past. This will all be worth it. I promise.
All right. So, what's everyone else doing?
Well, somewhere during all this, I would have had liked to have had a moment with Artesia just talk.
All right. Artesia is outside. Now, if this will actually play. All right. So,
So, you and Lucian.
yes.
So, any ideas on when your guys' wedding might be?
We have not selected a date. After all, he only proposed to me this past week. We're thinking of sometime in the fall.
Alright. Yeah.
You know how autumn is. It's a season of change.
Yeah. Personally, I actually prefer the fall. Anyway, this is just small talk for what I really want to ask. Have you seen Ellie around lately?
I haven't seen her since the last time you asked me, no.
Well, do you know how she's doing? I haven't had a chance to see her lately.
I can go check the records to see if she's reporting in, and I could probably submit the paperwork to have a small conversation or submit a writ of personal inquiry. See where that goes.
Yeah, I've been trying. No. Like, here and there, I've been trying to suggest we head over to the Zorius Guild Hall. Which would also give me a chance to see her again, but every time I've been outvoted, and I'm starting to miss her.
I see.
I mean,
Yeah.
After all, Gregor said something. No. He said everyone needs an anchor in their life, and she is mine. And I just miss her. Want to know that she's still okay.
I see. She puts her fingers to her chin and gives a small smirk. I suppose I could try bending the rules a little.
Oh, as long as it doesn't get you into trouble.
Oh no. She starts giggling. Goodness, Lucian's rubbing off on me.
Yeah, if you got into trouble, I'm sure that Lucian would... he would not be very happy with me about that.
Yes. Well then.
All right. Well, if you do see her,
I'll see what I can do, and I'll let her know.
right? And if you do see her before me, could you tell her that I love her, and I'll try to see her as soon as I can?
I will.
Thank you.
All right. Is anyone else doing anything?
I guess it's up to Arwen and Sonata.
Yes.
I guess we're just hanging out around the market, just trying to find some good deals on some things.
All right. Roll
Yeah.
perception. Gonna have to clean that up.
Now? This is good.
All right, fantastic. You start looking around, and you see a Rakdos nightclub.
Yeah, no. We are
boy.
not going to one of those. Try to find some arrows here. I'm kind of running low. I'm on 10. I think.
What? You don't want to go to the Rakdos nightclub?
I mean, as much as I would like to throw a knife at the entertainer, I don't feel like it today.
Meanwhile, Gregor in his apartment is just shivering. My nightclub senses are tingling.
Alright.
But
I beat the siren this time. You don't have to hear it.
but is this the same Rakdos nightclub, or is it a different one?
Oh, it's a different one.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a
we're in
different one.
precinct 1.
Yes.
The other one was in precinct 4.
Oh, Sonata.
No.
Sonata wants to go into the. Sonata wants to go to the
Oh.
nightclub.
No.
Oh boy.
I just. Hey, with the giant frog leaping out of the shed thing that we had to deal with last night, I could really deal with some normal right now.
Gregor almost getting eaten
Fine.
again.
But you're buying me a drink.
I'll buy you some more ammo. How about that? Something useful. Or at least
Whatever.
try to. Look, take the 10 gold pieces in his pocket.
Alright. Alright. So, you're gonna go in?
To the store with the ammo, or the
gonna-
nightclub.
You're gonna go into the nightclub or the store?
The store.
Yeah, we'll go to the store.
Okay, gonna go to the store. Alright. Give me 1 second. So you walk into this store, and you see this half orc, and like his beard is braided as well as the top of his head, and he is remarkably well dressed. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Fox's Emporium. My name is Sigasa. How may I help you?
Hey, we're trying to get some more ammo here. I'm kind of running low on arrows.
Yes, that seems to be that would be a problem. So, are you looking for regular arrows, or will you be looking for something a bit more sophisticated today?
Oh, let's just go with the regular first and move up to sophisticated if it's the right price.
All right. All right, so you're looking for crossbow bolts, correct?
Longbow arrows
All right.
for myself, and also crossbow bolts for Sonata.
All right. So he walks over to you. A bundle of arrows, of 5 arrows, will cost you 1 gold piece each.
Not bad, not bad. And the crossbow bolts?
Same price.
Same price. Okay, cool. You know what? Now you got me curious. The sophisticated stuff. How much?
Sophisticated stuff. Well then.
Hey, if your arrows are this affordable, you piqued my interest on how affordable your sophisticated stuff could be.
You see a almost small, imperceptible grin appear on his face. He pulls out a small jeweled case, and then he pulls out very special, very elegant gold arrows. These are returning arrows.
Ooh, you had me on returning.
Yes. Now, they can still be broken if you're not careful with them.
Of course, of course.
These cost 200.
I can understand why your regular ones are so affordable.
Yes, it is how I lure you in.
And it worked. Definitely worked. But I'm on a tight wallet today.
Then you're in the wrong district to do business.
I know. But just in the area, can't really be helped.
Then he puts the returning arrows away. So I'm assuming just the regular arrows for you.
Yeah, sorry to have wasted your time, sir.
Oh, it's no wasting of my time. A purchase is a purchase.
Yeah, so 5 bundles, please.
Very good. Alright, so, 5 bundle... So, are you taking 5 bundles or a bundle of 5?
5 bundles.
5 bundles. That's going to be 5 GP for 25 arrows and bolts.
Oh, that's perfect.
Alright.
So I'm losing 10 gold then.
Yeah.
Alright, that's all my gold.
Alright.
Excuse me. How much could I get for these? I pull out the viable rock and the small sapphire from my inventory.
Oh, did you write down how much those were?
Yeah, 50 and 15.
50 and...
That's what I'd sell them.
50 and 15. I could give you 60 gold pieces in total for this.
Okay.
All right. He hands you 60 gold pieces, and he takes those jewels. Will that be all?
Yeah, I think that'll be all.
Very good. Tell your friends about me.
Yeah, we will. We will.
All right. So, after all that shopping and chatting, you all meet outside of Gregor's house. So, what do you do?
Sounds like we gotta do some more investigating.
Yep.
And it looks like our next target is going to be Selesnya. See what we can figure out about our mysterious person. So, I guess, so we've got 2 options. Try and find an enclave here in the 1st District or go to V2 Ghazi.
Well, I also have to head back to Sunhome to speak with Captain Filch.
True, that would be on the way.
Well,
I have just sent out a letter to someone in the Viscopa Bank that I believe may be able to help us, but it may take some time for it to return.
So, we go look for the enclave here in the 1st District and then return to your place to catch up with that letter.
Alright. Coolio Julio. Looks like that's what you're doing.
Okay.
So,
We go investigating then?
alright, so where's the... Heading over to Precinct 3... Oh, sorry, Precinct 4. Alright. You head over to Precinct 4, and that be Sunhome. Alright. You stroll through the giant gates of Sunhome, and weave in and out of the elaborately designed walls to find the smaller gate of Captain Filch's office.
Right. I walk up to the door and give it a few knocks.
What is it with the city and mazes? Does everyone have a thing for them?
Well, it is the living maze.
Alright, so. Come in.
Yep. I open the door, and any of you guys coming in?
Oh, staying outside.
Alright, so.
I'll go in.
Am I-
So, Gongoroth, you enter. So, you march in and give a salute.
Gongoroth Markov returning back from the field, sir.
He returns the salute. At ease. So, give me the full report, and spare me any extraneous, unnecessary details. I do have a meeting I need to get to.
Yes, sir. It was a successful mess. We got the statuette back and returned. But yes, sir. We infiltrated the camp. We got ran out when things went horribly wrong, and the guild leader of the Gruul actually showed up and started assaulting the camp.
Well, that sounds like a bit of a happy accident.
Oh, no. Honestly, sir, the happy part was that he didn't actually turn us.
That could have been very bad.
Yes, sir. Also, it would that Calrax has himself a Selesnyan under his thumb. Yeah, we have no idea who she is. All I can say is that she's tall. She's a Selesnyan with a symbol on her forehead, and she has long, frizzy red hair.
Long, frizzy red hair.
I thought it was orange hair.
Or orange.
Red, orange.
I see. I could possibly put out wanted posters and see if anyone has any information.
Yeah, if you would, that would be of great help. Not just for us two, but just for everyone to keep an eye out. Because if she really is working for Calrax, then she could be the source we need to get to her. Also, I reach into my bag. While we were searching for the artifact, I found these, and I pull out some of the herbs that I found in the drawer.
He looks at them. Do you have any idea what these are?
No clue.
Wait a minute. He starts ruffling through papers, and then he pulls something out. Oh yes, recently we got got the submission for missing herbs. From a rather flighty lass. She is it says here her name is Nochi?
What's it?
Yep.
So these are the stolen herbs that. Oh dear. Oh, these are the. What are they? Asphodel or marigold?
Yeah, asphodel and marigold.
Oh boy. Yeah, we found these. We found these in a house with a bunch of caged animals. Also, some kind of mutated frog with fur.
Do you know what kind of animals they were? Roll insight.
Okay. And insight.
You seem to recall a lot of apes and lizards.
They were apes and lizards, sir.
Oddly specific. All right, I shall put this into the report. Anything else I need to know?
Well, we came to a conclusion about the Gorgon that I mentioned before.
Oh,
Turns out that she's become rather attached to Gregor, though he's decided to take her in.
oh.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, sir. I do have some reservations about this, but
Good.
she seems happy, and as much as I may not like it completely, I can't really bring myself to pull her away. I mean, she's probably never known anyone else in her life, so
Well, keep this as an off-the-record order. I would recommend keeping an eye on her. Maybe be her crazy uncle.
not sure about the crazy part, but I could do that.
Or he could be our big brother. Depends on how she imprints on you. You know how youngins are.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Josh.
Yes?
Can I roll an insight check to see if I see Sonata reminiscing?
Perception.
Alright.
Yeah, you see it.
I walk on over to her. Got a lot on your mind?
Oh. Little bit. You know, these new crossbows, they actually were my sister's. I believe she came up with the design for these.
What makes them so special?
Well, both of them can cause fire and cold explosions.
And she made these herself?
She practically knew next to nothing about magic, so she got someone to enchant them for him. But I'm pretty sure she made the crossbows themselves. She was very skilled.
You admire her.
Yeah. If she'd say she raised me, you're actually not too far off on that. But I think we'll get to that story at a later date.
Another time, perhaps.
Yeah.
All right. So, Gongoroth exits.
As we head out, I stop for a moment and turn back. By the way, sir, our next destination is the Selesnya Guild Hall. We're going to find out who this mysterious Selesnya woman was.
All right. You are dismissed.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
All right. So, you head back out into the center of Sunhome. And you head back out into Precinct 4. Where's your next destination? I hate that it does this.
I guess we're going to Precinct 3 into Vitagazi.
Mm-hmm.
which would
Alright.
make sense because my friendly contact would probably have better information.
Alright. So, you enter the very green areas of Precinct 3. And you head over to... Where is it? To the Guild Gate of Vitu-Ghazi. As usual, there are a lot of people walking in and out.
The usual processions.
Uh,
There we go.
Because that's being stupid. I need to click it back on. Where is it? Precinct 3, Vitu-Ghazi. There we go. All right.
Well, I guess we go off to meet Aaron Crossland, if he's in his office.
All right. All right. So, so you go over to Aaron's office, knock on the door, and he opens it up. Oh, Sylvas, what brings you here?
We may have a situation. During our recent adventure trying to track down Kalrak, we encountered a Selesnya that seemed to be on his side.
That's odd. Can you describe her for
I
me?
know. Sylvas reads off the description that he gathered from this individual.
You know, that actually does sound familiar. Yes. Yes, she was a recent graduate from the Dev Academy. But she never really talked a lot to people.
Restart the voice call. Give me a moment. Okay, that was weird. Things were really laggy on my end. I'm so sorry. Another Dev graduate.
Yes.
That could mean a lot of trouble.
Yes. It could be very embarrassing for us. So...
Do you have a name for this individual?
I don't have a name. I can only remember the description. I could quickly try and find it. Is there anything else you need to ask me?
That was basically it. We're just on the lookout for this individual, since they may be affiliated with the Kalarax. If they're Ledev and they're even half as good as you, we could be in some serious trouble.
I see.
Also, I asked. Not that page. Where is it? Looking through my notes. Eltad should have sent you a letter about Gorgon girl, Terra.
Yes, she did, and unfortunately I couldn't, unfortunately a lot of our foster homes are currently, occupied.
That's unfortunate. Well, that's unnerving for me. As it turns out, it seems that Gregor here has taken her in because of that.
You see Aaron frown a little bit. Well, it's a home.
It's somewhere for now. At least she'll be safe.
She'll be under my protection.
Yeah. I'll probably try and keep an eye on her and make sure she's healthy as well. With your permission, of course, Gregor.
Aaron stands up. All right, I'm gonna go to the office and see if I can't figure out the name of this recent graduate. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Right, so he leaves.
Do we wait or?
All right. About 10 minutes later, he comes back. All right, I have a name. Dana Parrish. I gotta put that into the chat.
Oh, that is an interesting spelling.
Yes.
I am writing that down in my notes right now.
Yeah, it is
Yes,
definitely.
apparently she disappeared soon after her graduation.
That is very concerning.
Yes. And you say she might be in cahoots with Clerics.
There's a
Alright.
very likely possibility. The item we were sent to find seemed to have an affiliation with Calrex taking it, and it was in a hidden cellar underneath an entire camp of well-organized goblins.
Was there anything unusual about her prior to her graduation?
Other than she always kept to herself, and whenever I looked at her, she always seemed to have a scowl on her face. That's really about it.
Did she talk to anyone? Any acquaintances or hangouts?
That's all I really know. I didn't
Well,
I didn't involve
Do you
myself.
know someone who
I-
would know?
Not really. She didn't really talk to many people.
Does she have any
Does she have any what?
place to live, sleep?
Certainly an idea. I'm not entirely this is I don't know. This is complicated. I mean, I don't think it's really right to investigate someone purely on a hunch.
This is a
Well, a
person
hunch
that's
is all
gone
we have to
missing.
go. And if
I was gonna say this person has gone missing, and now she just turns up during an investigation that undergoing. I think that's enough grounds for investigating this person.
Yes, but don't worry, we're not the Azorius. I'm going to put in the proper paperwork in order to get a formal investigation. So it won't take that long.
All right. Try to keep us updated.
All right.
be on the lookout for letters, documents, perhaps even a journal.
I will. All right.
And I guess we head back straight to Gregor's place.
All right.
Actually, while we're here, we should probably stop by and
Give her the herbs back? Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
All right. So, you head back to Precinct 3, and where is it? You look around for the Adder's Fork.
Yep.
All right.
And go ahead and knock on the Adder's Fork.
All right. She opens the door. Hey, you look familiar. Do I know you?
Sylvas, actually. We ended up noticing that you had herbs missing. We actually found your herb.
She she pulls out her book and starts flipping through it. Oh yes. Silly clothes, Selesnya. Oh yes, I do have you in here. Yes, and oh, I had missing herbs. Oh, I did not know that. Thank you.
Oh, hopefully this is all of it. And I pull out all the herbs that I got.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Huh.
So, was this all of it then, or is there still more missing?
Wasn't there still dragon stick ales that we have to look for?
Yes. Yes, usually I wonder why anyone would steal this. Usually these are for, well, they're just legends, but usually it's like people usually just use this stuff to smell nice. But other times, like, people use it to revive the dead.
That's exactly what happened with some of those herbs. I remember a little while back that we ended up dealing with zombies.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I still have one of those reanimation potions that I think we found there.
Interesting. Well then, why are you here again?
I pointed to the herbs in her hand.
What? Oh, she looks at her book. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, thank you very much. Will that be all?
Yep, that's pretty much it, I believe.
All right, thank you.
One more thing.
Yes?
Is there anyone in your logbook named Diegna Perish?
Oh, yeah.
Dana Perish. She starts flipping through her book.
Withdrawn, long frizzy hair, red hair.
Don't ask me to remember physical. I only take note of physical descriptions if they're important.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
She would have had Selesnya sit on her head, I believe it was.
Yeah.
That's still physical description.
Well, the name is in my logbook. She purchased some healing potions, but no physical description.
How long ago was that?
2-3 days ago.
Huh. Okay.
All right. Will that be all?
I believe so. Yeah, I think that is all.
All right. Well then,
Okay.
have a nice day. All right. So you leave. You're all gonna go back to Gregor's house to.
Hold on.
What?
If Diegna has been here earlier, it's possible she's been to other shops. What if we roll an investigation to see if anyone knows of her whereabouts?
All right.
Yeah, it might be another chance.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, I think. And I'm having a little trouble getting to my investigation. Oh, nope! Close though!
All right. So, Gregor, you start looking around, and you start asking around. You asked Finda from the weapon shop, and you also asked Britha from the tavern, but no one recalls speaking to her. You even actually go back into the Satyr's Rest and ask the owner if she saw her. No dice.
Alright, so nothing.
No, but but now I can understand why she would go to. No, I don't think my character would figure that out. Not without an intelligence check.
Alright, we head back to my place.
All right. All right. So you head back to you head back to your place, and you see that that your butler is trying very hard to get Tara to use a fork and spoon and a fork and knife, but unfortunately, you see that he is covered in a lot of food.
That's cute.
Please, Missy, you must eat this food properly. But it's just food. You should just eat it. She just grabs a handful of she just grabs a whole handful of steak and just like rips a part of it off with her mouth. Just yeah.
Oh,
It's like
just
your
a
butler.
little
Your butler looks to you, Gregor, with a silent plea for help.
Gregor, smiling, gives a shake of his head.
This is. Hey, you're back. Your butler's really good at cooking food, but he keeps telling me I need to eat it a specific way.
Well, yes. What will you do when we have guests over?
They'll eat the food too?
Yes. But here's the thing. Eating around guests is a bit like a performance. There are certain steps to it.
That sounds really complicated.
Oh, but it is. Oh, it is, but done right, you can make the best impressions on the people around you. Life is like art. Trying to come up with a metaphor here. People enjoy it more when it is done with precision and with grace.
That's pretty much every dancer's model.
yeah.
It is one thing to please yourself. It is another thing to please others in the process.
I'm muting myself right now.
Wait a minute. So, yeah, she kind of looks at she puts her head down to the steak and then turns her head towards the butler. Like, I was being mean by eating messy?
In a way.
You see her put the steak down and just kind of shrink into herself.
I put a hand on her shoulder. You will learn in time.
Although, in her defense, though, she can't exactly eat properly if she can't see it.
This is true. Tertullian, may I have a word with you?
Yes, sir.
He is right, you know. With her current condition, teaching her how to eat properly with a fork and knife is somewhat of a futile endeavor. At least, not without being able to see what's around her. I produced the belt with the eye agate hits him. I was thinking of perhaps enchanting this, so she would have a way of sensing her surroundings. But with her under my care, me working overtime, and because of it, acquiring the funds might prove tricky.
It's an idea, sir. also gonna have to teach her how to walk. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and teach her how to walk around, but I suppose I could start with the stick. I'm afraid that if I may speak freely, sir, I'm afraid she looks so helpless. I'm afraid that she's going to be taken advantage of. And once she's taken advantage of, you'll be taken advantage of.
Yes. Which is why it is imperative that we have this enchanted as soon as possible. Because as soon as she's able to sense her surroundings, the closer we will come to having her discover how to petrify those who would victimize her.
You see. Well, sir.
And it will give us a chance to perhaps have her trained to be an enforcer.
Maybe. All right. I will do what I can, sir. All right. So you both walk back into the room, and you see that she's trying to use the silver rod, but she really doesn't know how. She's like got the knife upside. She's got the knife upside down, and she's like stabbing at the meat just up and down. You see it. What were you gonna say?
I was just going to say that, seeing how dangerous that could be, I would just gently take her hand and slowly turn the knife over so she's holding it correctly.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome. Now, just make little cuts and go slow. Yeah, keep stabbing at it like that, you might accidentally hurt.
Oh. You see her, it's like her expression furrows, like she's like focusing really hard on just trying to get this steak properly cut.
And if you're having troubles, it doesn't hurt to ask if you would like some help.
All right. Am I doing this right? You notice that her elbows are like really, really high as she's cutting them. As she's cutting the steak.
Better, but let's try this. Just lower your elbows down a little bit, relax, and try cutting where your fork is inside the meat. It'll help you cut better.
Oh. She starts cutting the meat, and then she makes a perfectly clean slice through it. It is a very big piece of meat, though.
Yeah, there you go. Now let's try cutting that big chunk down to a size more fit for you.
Hey Josh.
Yes.
The snakes in Tara's hair.
No.
Are they moving on their own?
They move, but they aren't actual snakes. They can't talk or, and they don't have eyes. That's not how Ravnican Medusas work.
Yeah, that's a shame.
So yeah, I'm just going to help coach her and guide her.
So yes, you continue to coach her cutting the steak, and she manages to get a single bite in. And then once Gregor and I keep forgetting his name.
Tertullian,
Tortillion.
like the church father.
Okay, so yeah, you walk in and you see her take a small, with Gongoroth's prodding, just taking a small bite of meat, and she looks to you. Was this nice?
Yep, that was.
But
Perfect.
she said as she was taught, she speaks with her mouth full. Was this nice?
Yes, that was perfect with the cutting. But
She puts her arms up and goes, "Yay!"
Try not to talk with your mouth full, though.
Oh, why?
Because you're gonna get food everywhere, and I'm sure you know how wasteful it is to, well, waste food.
And that Tortillion says, "And you'll probably choke."
That too.
Oh, she kind of shrinks back. Oh, okay.
Not, it's okay. You're just learning new things. You're not gonna get in trouble for it.
All right.
Yeah,
So it's been like nearly 3 hours. Do you think this is a good place to stop?
Yes, it is. Please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing else is happening.
Okay. Just cute little role play.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. So. Yeah, I think you guys are really gravitating towards Terra.
Yeah.
Yes, we
You
are.
think?
Most of us.
Yes, it would also be nice if I could remember to unmute myself at times.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, I accidentally cast a spell that wasn't meant to be cast. I was trying to look at it.
Ah, I see. All right. Well, thank you all for in the chat for watching these adorable little shenanigans, and thank you everyone in the party for giving me these copious amounts of money. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
You're welcome. All right.
No problem.
All right, everyone. Have a lovely evening. Take care.